Welcome, it's Denome. You're watching This Week in Crypto, where we talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, as well as we cover the biggest news that happened last week, and I will give some predictions for this week as well, and I will showcase some of the altcoin picks that I actually added in my portfolio at the end of the video as well, so stick around for that. So without further ado, let's just get started. So first, let's talk about Bitcoin. So it went to 28,000, which you probably already know, but it actually dumped about 9% already. So that's the pullback we had. And since then, we are back at $27,000. And last week, okay, I will show this one first. So I'm not really liking this bearish divergence on the Bitcoin on the 4-hour candles. As well as if you take a look at the MACD, there's also a divergence here on the MACD histogram. So this pump was higher than this pump. So sometimes when this happens, it is bearish for the price. So if the MACD histogram fails to make a higher high, it's not good. As well as the signal line here is about to cross this one, and this looks like it's about to turn bearish as well. So that we could have a sideways movement for Bitcoin or a crash. But I'm not really seeing upside for Bitcoin at this moment in time, so keep that in mind on the chart here. But just to counter that, Donald Trump has now made this tweet about 5 hours ago. Good news on COVID relief bill, information to follow. So this is basically confirming that the stimulus package has been now passed and it is coming to the markets, and this is usually very bullish for stock market and Bitcoin as well, as a store of value against this crazy inflation, crazy money printing going on with the central governments and banks. So this is good for Bitcoin. I don't think this is really priced in yet because there's not really official news about this yet. But when this news came out about 5 hours ago, that's when the Bitcoin printed this 3-4% candle here. So yeah, consider taking profits. The charts don't look too good in my opinion, but this is what's happening right now. So it's a little bit messy on the market right now, so keep that in mind. And next, let's talk about Ethereum, because this is something I told you guys last week, that Ethereum will probably perform worse than Bitcoin. So I told you guys that on Wednesday's video, I think, is that it's probably a good idea to hold Bitcoin throughout the holidays. Bitcoin went really high upwards, but altcoins actually went down, and Ethereum lost about 12% of its value compared to Bitcoin here. But just last night, it had a really nice pump here against Bitcoin, about 13%. So we're basically back at the same levels with Ethereum and Bitcoin. If you were able to capture this value, congratulations. Personally, I was not able to capture the value here on these moves. I was just holding Bitcoin for this time until yesterday and today when I started to look for other opportunities as well, which I will cover later on in this video. So I think still Ethereum still has to actually break through this resistance line because it hasn't been broken yet. So currently I'm still more bullish on Bitcoin than Ethereum, just because of the news here, as well as if Bitcoin will actually break to the downside from those bearish divergences, that will usually bring the altcoins with it as well. So it's not really looking great in my opinion for Ethereum here. I could be wrong, of course, but for me, still, this is not confirmed breakout on this resistance line. So maybe this will break out here, and then I will have to reevaluate my stance again. But for now, it's not looking that great. And then we take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin just broke through all these things here, and we already had a small pullback when Ethereum actually pumped here. So Bitcoin dominance is now above 70, and that's where we are currently staying here. There's a bearish divergence here, so Bitcoin dominance is also looking like it may lose some more value here. So again, a little bit messy. I'm getting mixed signals right now. So it's not as clear as last week, in my opinion, where we are headed. So Bitcoins could still lose more value because we had this bearish divergence on the market cap dominance here. Bitcoin on exchanges, this has been going sideways here. So as long as this is going down or sideways, it just means that people want to hold their Bitcoin more than to actually trade it. So this is good that it's been going sideways. When this starts to go up, it doesn't mean that the bull run has ended. As you can see here, Bitcoin was added on exchanges almost half of this whole move here. So it doesn't mean that bull run has ended, but it does mean that people want to trade their Bitcoin more. So I'm looking at keeping an eye out for this one. Other news that happened before I show you some of my altcoin picks is on 1inch.exchange. If you have made a trade here, you can connect your Ethereum wallet here and get an airdrop for 1-inch exchange tokens. So at the time of the airdrop, these were about $1.6. The peak was at about $2.6, $2.78 somewhere here, and now it's $1.2. I was considering buying the bottom here, but then I looked at the circulating supply versus total supply. So only about 6% of the tokens have been released so far. So the inflation coming to this token is almost 15x, and the market cap is already $100 million with the current circulating supply. And for the first 2 weeks, they have a liquidity providing the incentive. So current APY for providing liquidity on the exchange is quite high, as you can see on these 1-inch pairs. So if you want to provide liquidity for the first 2 weeks, this is good, but the inflation is actually quite high for here. So I would be a little bit careful buying the bottom here, just because the inflation is actually quite high. But if you actually take a look at the statistics on 1-inch exchange, you can see the 7-day volume is almost more than $500 billion. So from the exchange fees and everything, this exchange is actually looking really, really cool. And they're one of the best developers for DeFi at this moment in time. They have provided the G-Gas token, they have the Mooniswap, 1-inch exchange, they have the limit orders on 1-inch exchange. So they are really, really good, and they're constantly developing. And even if you take a look at the daily volume, it's actually quite consistent in my opinion. So it's looking like a really good project, and it's less than $100 million market cap. So if you buy this bottom here, maybe it can go to like $2, but above $2, I think it starts to be a little bit overvalued, just because how much inflation there is coming to the supply here. So that's basically what I'm currently waiting. I did not sell my tokens yet. I was hoping this to actually go a little bit higher, but it didn't happen. So I went to sleep and found this out. Yeah, I just completely missed that opportunity to sell it at a good point, and I'm currently waiting to go to about $2 or something, maybe 1.5, a little over here. I will start selling them, and if it drops below $1, that's where I would probably start to accumulate more. So that's those are my ranges at this moment in time. Things could change, but that's the situation there. The next news, you probably already heard about this, so I'm just gonna briefly say XRP is being charged for selling unregistered securities, and after that the price of XRP actually tanked, and you can see that almost all gains for XRP for this year have been cancelled already, and this is why a lot of altcoins actually suffered last week as well. And this is not really good for XRP holders, and also it's not good for other cryptocurrencies out there, because for example Chainlink, it also did an ICO, and US citizens were able to participate as well. So based on whatever they said about XRP, the same could actually happen to Chainlink as well, and other cryptocurrencies as well. But the weird thing is that after they announced the lawsuit against XRP, 1 day later the commissioner, the chairman of SEC, actually resigned, and they appointed a new chairman, Elad Roisman, and a lot of the news outlets are calling him pro-crypto guy. And I personally don't really see a reason why he would be pro-crypto. So almost all the headlines say he's pro-crypto, and they are quoting him on one single instance that he actually talked about initial coin offerings and blockchains. So we're going to take a look at that one. So Mr. Roisman expressed his way of thinking regarding ICO and blockchain technologies, minute 14, and this is the exact quote here. So SEC must examine and re-examine its rules, regulations, and guidelines about basically initial coin offerings and blockchain. It is essential that SEC approach these new challenges in a fair and transparent manner, provide clarity and certainty to the markets and investors, and enforce the laws and regulations that hold market participants accountable. So from this, yes, he did mention blockchain and initial coin offerings, but is this really pro-crypto? To me, it looks like it's pro-regulation. It is pro-transparent regulation. It could also just be like a beauty talk, or making things look nice. But this really doesn't mean anything in my opinion. If you want to be the SEC chairman, of course you want to enforce the laws and regulations. So I don't really see why he would be pro-crypto, what he said here. He's not really showing that he's anti-crypto either. But to me, this just means in my opinion, that they have a new chairman that we really don't know much about. I tried to scour the internet and I tried asking in my Telegram group if people actually know why people are calling him pro crypto, and this was the only instance that I was able to find out. If you have more information on this, I would really like to know about that one as well. Anyway, let's go to the next thing. So now we're starting to talk about altcoins. So the first altcoin I want to talk about is Celsius Network token. So this token has been a really weird token. So as you probably know, I made a video about this earlier in August 14, and the price was about $0.4 then. And after that, now the price is $4. So everyone who got a 10x, congratulations to you. And for now, I just wanted to briefly take a look at this coin again and reevaluate my position, if I want to sell or what do I think of its future. So I took a look at its analytics, and I have to say they are still looking quite impressive. And for that reason, I actually did buy more Celsius Network tokens at the all-time high, which is against my personal investment strategy. But I will explain soon why I did buy more of these. So anyway, the price is super high currently, but I have been waiting for pullbacks. Man, I have to tell you guys, I have been waiting for the pullbacks for this coin, but they just never happened. And for that reason, I just don't want to wait anymore. So I just allocated a little bit of my capital into Celsius Network token. So I sold a little bit of Bitcoin for Celsius Network for now, just because it's so casual to earn interest on your crypto, as well as the tokenomics are the best on the market. And yeah, let's just take a look at the statistics so you understand a little bit better. So the cool thing about this is that it is a mobile application and they have an open API, which means that you can get information out of the platform, and they are quite open about it. So here you can see the community growth chart, basically daily. So this starts here on May of 2019. As you can see, the number of signups is 28,000 people and active users is only 5,000 people. Back then they had 11,000 Bitcoin on the platform. And for now, you take a look at this here, on 6th of December, they had 250,000 people signed up and active users is 84,000 people. And if you take a look at the Bitcoin deposits, that's 99,000 Bitcoin. And soon, I think in January, they will have 100,000 Bitcoin under management. And 100,000 Bitcoin current price is about $2.7 billion that they have here only on Bitcoin. But they allow deposits also on other coins like Ethereum, XRP, LTC, BCH, ZRX, all the stable coins basically, as well as Pax Gold. And only Bitcoin, they have already $2.7 billion under management. And the total supply of Bitcoin is only 21 million. So they have almost 0.5% of the total Bitcoin supply under management. So they are already a massive player. Market cap for this coin currently is $1.7 billion, which is already quite a bit. But just comparing the Bitcoin they have under management, which is $2.7 billion, and all the other coins combined, I do believe that their assets under management is much more. And we can actually confirm that from here how many CEL is actually stored on the app. The green here, it's 342 million CEL tokens are customer deposits of CEL on the application, generating a yield for the users. So 342 million CEL tokens timed by $4, that's about 1.3 or $1.4 billion just in CEL tokens also on the applications that people have. 40 million CEL token are outside the app, and 170 million CEL token are managed on the Celsius company, as well as they still have 142 million CEL tokens locked. So this inflation is not massive for this coin. Almost half is owned by the people here. So the numbers here are really good. The final thing that I want to showcase here on Celsius, on the statistics, is the weekly growth rate. So at the start of the year, the September, autumn time, they had about 4% weekly growth here, and the current growth rate is about 3% per week, which is just completely insane numbers. So 3% per week is a lot. So that's the growth rate they're currently having. That's a lot. And if we take a look, compare this just to compare it to DeFi, we can compare the value locked, which is at least the value of Bitcoin plus the value of CEL tokens that people have, which is 4.1 billion. And with Ethereum, stable coins, Pax Gold and other coins out there, I believe they have at least $6 billion under management. And the market cap of this coin is $1.7 billion. So if you just compare that we have at least $4 billion under management, we divide it by the market cap, we get a multiplier of 2.4. So the assets under management, it's at least 2.4 times higher than the market cap. And if we compare that to DeFi, you can go to coingecko.com and click the DeFi button here to see how much dollar value is locked in DeFi. So the whole market cap of DeFi is currently about $20 billion, and the total value locked is $17 billion on DeFi. So on Celsius Network application, the total value locked is about $6 billion, which is about 1/3 of the total value locked in the whole DeFi. And the market cap is only $1.7 billion for Celsius Network token. So you start to understand that, wait a minute, Celsius is actually quite a lot cheaper than DeFi coins out there just by the market cap. So for that reason, when I saw this, I'm like, okay, I'm still quite bullish on the token. So hopefully you understood what I tried to explain there. And the final things, if you take a look at the CEL market cap, people want to buy these tokens, but nobody really wants to sell these. That's the CEL market depth on the liquid exchange. Other things, XRP was classified as a security, but CEL network token cannot be classified as a security because they have already registered with the SEC, and they cannot be classified as a security here. And finally, just their recent AMA on 25th of December. These are some of the bullet points from the AMA from thefinancer.org. They are saying that they will have a major exchange listing in February. So that's quite interesting. Currently, if you want to buy this token, you have to buy it on the liquid application or the liquid exchange, Uniswap, or you have to use a credit card on the mobile application to buy it. And those are the three only ways you can currently buy it. So to get this token is quite a bit of work you have to do. And if you can get it on the major exchanges, that could just drive the adoption even higher. So having a major listing for this coin in particular is very important in my opinion. So that makes me quite bullish. 30-day net deposit of digital assets is $266 million. As well as the unlocked CEL, the team was able to sell their locked CEL tokens when the price went to $3, but most employees have locked it for another 3 years. So that's pretty good that there will be not a lot of inflation coming into the token, as well as they will have a new mega deal. So previously they had a deal with Line, which is a messaging application kind of like WhatsApp, but you also have like a Line wallet. So this is big, especially in Asia. So if you want to place USDC or USDT on the Line application, you can do that. And how it generates yield is actually through the Celsius Network platform. So they will have another similar mega deal coming shortly in 2021 as well. So they will also start working with small banks. So that's quite interesting. So it's all in all, this coin hasn't had any kind of FUD. They are always transparent about what they are doing, where they are headed. So for these reasons, and just the value locked compared to the market cap is quite low. So all in all, and the growth rate and everything, I'm still quite bullish for this coin. So for that reason, I did add to my CEL holdings. I will be selling next year my CEL tokens, don't get me wrong, but I do believe that this market cap can easily go to $3 billion or even $6 billion, or even it can flip XRP at some point if they keep doing what they are good at. So yeah, this is what I got. If you want to get started with this one, of course, use my referral link down below this video somewhere, as well as if you use a promo code, you can get $20 as a referral bonus plus $25 as a promo code if you use this promo code after you sign up and you transfer $500 or more in any digital asset. So all in all, Celsius Network token, I do believe in 2021 it will still be performing really well, and all the statistics I'm looking at this still look quite nice. Next, let's talk about the markets overall. So that was Celsius Network token. From the 7-day move, if we take a look at this, Bitcoin crossed $500 billion, so almost $500 billion. And if we compare the 7-day moves here, almost everything is down compared in Bitcoin price, which is this red number here. And you take a look at this, almost everything lost value compared to Bitcoin. There are only a few winners. One of them was G Gas token, which I unfortunately missed, and I just refused to buy it at these prices. Theta, Zilliqa went really well. Celsius Network went really well. SNX had a nice bounce here, and most other coins did not perform as well compared to in the Bitcoin price. But if you actually want to look for opportunities, there are some really good opportunities in the market, in my opinion, at the moment. I bought some Pulse yesterday, so I'm not gonna recommend that now. CEL is still pumping; it always pumps. It's annoying how well it's performing, but yeah, I just don't see it slowing it down, because the growth is the price is being supported by real growth in the platform as well. But if you want to take a look at some coins out here that I'm currently looking at, one is Orion Protocol, and I will show you this here. So Orion USD, you take a look at the price here, the price chart, you can see a bullish divergence on the price here on Orion USD. This looks really good. The only problem I have with Orion right now is that they already released the private version of the terminal, and it is using Ethereum, so the gas fees are super high. So when they are actually implement the Elrond blockchain for the transfers, it will be much better, but for now it's not that great. So they don't have a lot of announcements aligned, like a big announcement aligned. So this could still break downwards from that. But for now, the bullish divergence here on Orion looks really, really good in my opinion. Next one is actually Cardano. And this is a coin I would never think in my dreams I would buy, but I bought it as a short-term play because the ADA to BTC price, it has a bullish divergence here as well. So it looks quite nice on that one, as well as if you zoom out, the price of ADA compared to Bitcoin is starting to look like it may be bottoming out, in my opinion. And yeah, those are basically the reasons why I did buy some ADA here, as well as because Ethereum already pumped to $700, but ADA hasn't moved yet at all. That's another reason why I want to buy ADA as well. And yes, ADA against ETH, ADA price against ETH, it's again looking like it may be bottoming out here. So it could break to the downside here, but all in all, it's a short-term play for me. So I did buy some ADA as well. So those are basically the coins I would pick for this week. I know there are other coins out there as well. If you take a look at here, you take a look at, let's say, 7-day price move, and you just sort it by the 7-day price move against Bitcoin, and you take a look at some of the losers here. Yield application lost 50%. It could be nice. SXP, I hate this coin right now. I'm not gonna even talk about it, but yeah, it could still be an opportunity there. You should never trade with emotion, but they just let down all the time. Super annoying. Acro, I do hold Acro at the moment, so that could be an interesting pick. Many of these could be interesting picks, but Orion and ADA just made most sense to me because ADA is the next in line after Ethereum for an Ethereum-like blockchain, and it did not pump yet. So for that reason, ADA and Orion had a bullish divergence, and yeah, the terminal will be quite big, and Orion has quite a lot of tweets about partnerships all the time as well. So those are basically the best picks out there. For medium term, Band Protocol is one of my top holds at the moment. Band Protocol is just amazing. They are providing Oracle services on the Polkadot ecosystem as Cosmos ecosystem as well as Ethereum ecosystem, and they are announcing partnerships almost daily at the moment, but the price is only $5.6 as well as the market cap is only $100 million. So I'm just buying a lot of band at the moment as well. So that's my medium term play out there as well. So those are basically my altcoin picks for now. I know there are other altcoin picks out there as well that could be nice, but these are the altcoins that I bought myself. Anyway, that's it for this week's update. As you probably know, I will still have a YouTube holiday for another week. So for this week, I will probably not be posting videos unless I get a really good chance to do it. But I will be posting updates starting next Monday, normally again 3-4 videos a week. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Consider subscribing and liking the video if you got some value out of this video, and I will see you on the next video.